Mr. William, please see me in my office for a private discussion, said Dr. Coley as he entered his class for a lecture. William was a very happy man in his workplace. The lectures he had for his students enlivened his being. His lectures were replete with honor, with humor and suspense. He and his students were usually happy after every lecture. The cool he derived from such sessions not only boosted his career, it also added something good to his psyche. At home, however, the contrary was the situation. His wife was becoming different from the person he knew he married. That was the way he perceived it. Enema promised to change after the reconciliation made without a third party, but she was not fulfilling the promise in any way. William had expected her to change her lifestyle on issues, especially those that pertained to money. He thought about some causes of unhappiness in their home as he was driving home that day. He was not happy that his wife was fond of deceiving him. It was characteristic of her, even when he was aware that she was playing on his intelligence, and in most cases he knew the game. He recalled he bought a car for her before she was employed, and according to him, it was for the principal purpose of helping her in doing the school runs. That was the purpose, but Enema, a hard-working type, was also endowed with the acumen of making money in areas where nobody least expected her to do so. Soon, she opened some business of storage and wholesale. The wholesale business was profitable. Almost every now and then, Enema was engaged in counting money, recording credits and debits, and in loading and offloading goods. William himself always joined her in the offloading anytime the vehicle pulled up. He did so because he understood it as a family matter. Along the line, one of their rooms was ceded to the trading of as its warehouse. But whenever William raised a question on the proceeds from the business, his wife always played mute. On an occasion, she attempted to say something. She told a lie. She told William that the business belonged to her brother. William investigated it, and to his dismay, her brother did not confirm it. He did not understand what William was saying. Enema's brother advised William to win Enema's heart on the issue, just as he did when he married her. That night, William attempted to let Enema know what her brother said about the business, but his attempt was repelled with invectives from Enema. What is wrong with you, Mr. William? Are you the Shylock you always talk about in Shakespeare? Why shouldn't you allow me to have rest after a laborious day? And as she was raking, she collected the key of her car, ignited the engine, and screeched out of the compound. William had hoped that the good fortune that befell his wife would be a blessing to his family. He had been bearing the burden of the family all alone. In all those years of marriage, he expected her to take up some responsibility without being told to do so. The wives of two of his friends, who were recently employed along with his own wife, were always happy to contribute to their family needs. One of them, as a matter of fact, gave 40% of her salary to her husband every month. It was her contribution to her husband, who was said to be putting up a structure for their family. William wished that he was as lucky as his friend. Enema later drove back to the house when it was quite dark. There were signs that she was tipsy, and she knew she was. She was aware that her husband had powerful antennae that would easily pick any unpleasant smell. She quickly dashed into the bedroom and had her shower without boiling the water. She came into the bedroom, announced that she had fever, and slept off. She woke up in the middle of the night and discovered that her husband was awake, an unusual development. She discovered too that William had not slept at all. There were no signs that he wanted to discuss some issues. There were signs that he wanted to discuss some issues with her, and to foreclose the possibility, she decided to take the initiative. You are still awake, the dawn. Yes, baby. Why? Is something wrong? You've been strange these days. The way you behave, I wonder whether it is the enema I got to know right from her post-primary school days. Do you mean that the enema of the post-primary school days should not have grown and matured but remain a static character, a flat character as you would say? Is this your idea of growth and maturation? What is the problem with you, Mr. William? The fact that you find it irritating to sort out issues with your husband is the problem I have, and it is a family problem. What are those problems? Tell me, she said with her face hard and frowned. You've been on a part-time trading for more than 1 year now. As a matter of fact, you started it as soon as I bought this car for you. You've refused to disclose to me anything that pertains to the business. The other day I raised the issue of accounts. You boldly told me that it is none of my business. It is obvious that you should not embarrass me with a question like that, Enema responded rather intimidatingly. Why do you say so? William thundered. The capital does not belong to you. I've taken time to explain to you that my brother owns everything and gives me a stipend. Your brother did not confirm your claims. Besides, as my wife, you are not permitted to engage in any business discussion with anybody without my endorsement, with anybody whosoever, even with my own brother, even with him. It is not true. What? You are a liar, Mr. William. You are trying to bring to the present what used to happen about 3 decades ago, and I assure you that it won't work with me. It won't work with Enema. Let me ask you, why? Do you mean that I have no contributions in that business? Are you trying to say that this is not a family business? You have no contributions. It is not a family business. What about the car? Did you ever conceive the idea of running the business at the time I had not bought it? You hit the nail on the head. I'm sure your mind has not been at ease since this petty trading has started with the car you bought. And this is exactly the reason why you've been inundating me all these days. Inundating me with questions without end. With questions whose answers are too obvious. Do you want me to abandon the car for you? What? I am serious. You mean I should not mention the car again? Period. What about taking up some responsibilities of the family? Like what and what? My friends rationed responsibility into percentages. 60% for the man and 40% for the woman. But in your own case, let us make it 30 for you. I bought a lot of tubers of yam the other time, and I buy wares from my children every now and then. Aren't they contributions to our family? The utensils in this house were all bought by me. Isn't that a contribution? And so on and so forth. I appreciate the tubers of yam you bought 2 months ago and the wares you occasionally buy for our children. Can we now conclude that everything about wares, including school uniform, should be your responsibility? Why should that be? Enema challenged. Your situation has changed. I didn't bother you with such expenses when you were an applicant and when you had not started this business. Today, you earn an income and everybody expects you to support your family. Everybody. So our family matter is an issue of mass communication. Is it proper that a matter between you and your wife should be public? The word everybody is not used in the context of the public. I disagree with you. That is exactly what it means. I won't allow you to confuse me further with your theories of contextual meaning, connotations and denotations. I beg you to allow me to have some sleep because I will still wake up in the morning and do some academic work. Okay, said Williams as he rolled over to the end of the bed and dozed off. Okay. Please don't forget to like, Subscribe and share our stories to all others. Thank you. Bye.